Good afternoon and welcome to Spectrum Television News at noon. I am Uyai Imam, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Let's take a look at the headlines. House of Representatives NAPTIP to embrace computer-based test in examinations. Plus, MI6 appoints first female chief in 116-year history. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. We begin the news this afternoon from the Red Chambers, where the Senate has assured Nigerians to look forward to the reform of the electoral system and review of the 1999 Constitution, among others, as the second half of the 10th National Assembly kicks off. The leaders of the Senate, Okoyemi Bamidele, stated this in a statement to commemorate the midterm exploits of the legislative institution. According to him, the lawmakers would prioritize reforms of the country's electoral regime to ensure every vote continues to count, guarantee good governance, and make participation in the electoral process more interesting for decent and innocent citizens. Speaking on judicial reforms, the senator said the National Assembly is equally looking forward to greater judicial reforms in the next 2 years to ensure justice is done transparently and tenaciously. Now to the Green Chambers, where the House of Representatives Committee on Constitution Review will today convene a high-level legislative dialogue on national security architecture in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor, themed Nigeria's peace and security, the constitutional imperatives. The House spokesman Akin Rotimi said the event is expected to bring together Nigeria's top security brass, including National Security Advisor Nuhu Rubadu, Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa, Inspector General of Police Kayode Gbetokun, among others. He stated that the dialogue is part of the House's strategic efforts to address Nigeria's complex security challenges through constitutional reform, particularly through legislative instruments such as the HB 617, a bill proposing the establishment of state police and a restructuring of the country's law enforcement framework. From the judiciary, the Court of Appeal Lagos Division has overturned the final forfeiture order issued on the assets of the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, to the federal government. In a split decision of 2 to 1, the appellate court set aside the judgment and ordered a retrial of the case at the lower court. Recall that the Federal High Court in Lagos had, in its ruling on November 1st, 2024, granted the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's application for the final forfeiture of Emefiele's assets. The forfeited assets included two fully detached duplexes located in Lekki Phase 1, Lagos, and underdeveloped land measuring 1.919.5 square meters at Ikoyi, a bungalow, and a four-bedroom duplex also at Ikoyi, Lagos. Others were an industrial complex under construction in Abo, Delta State, 8 units of uncompleted apartments on a plot measuring 2457.6 square meters at Ikoyi, Lagos, and a fully detached duplex on a plot measuring 2217.8 square meters at Bank Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. Additionally, the 457.6 square meters at Ikoyi, Lagos, and a fully detached duplex on a plot measuring 2217.8 square meters at Bank Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. Additionally, the court ordered the forfeiture of $2.4 million and shares certificates in Queenstaff Global Fund Limited to the federal government. Away from that, the chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has called for the expedited delivery of 12 AH-1Z Viper attack helicopters being acquired from the United States. He stated that their timely arrival was critical to enhance Nigeria's ongoing counter-terrorism and internal security operations. A statement by the NAV spokesman, Air Commodore Ejodemi, said Abubakar, during a high-level program management review meeting in San Diego, California, United States, stressed that the Nigerian Air Force was committed to ensuring that every necessary step was taken to fast-track the procurement and seamless integration of the combat helicopters. He said the meeting brought together top officials of the United States government and representatives of Bell Textron, manufacturers of the AH-1Z Viper, to review progress on the helicopter deal and fine-tune implementation timeliness. In education, the National Business and Technical Education Board, NAPTEP, has announced plans to embrace computer-based tests, CBT, and subsequent technical and vocational needs, said Abubakar during a high-level program management review meeting in San Diego, California, United States, stressed that the Nigerian Air Force was committed to ensuring that every necessary step was taken to fast-track the procurement and seamless integration of the combat helicopters. He said the meeting brought together top officials of the United States government and representatives of Bell Textron, manufacturers of the AH-1Z Viper, to review progress on the helicopter deal and fine-tune implementation timeliness. In education, the National Business and Technical Education Board, NAPTEP, has announced plans to embrace computer-based tests, CBT, and subsequent technical and vocational education and training, TVET, Common Entrance Examinations, and other examinations, I beg your pardon, of the board. TVET's Common Entrance Examination into the Federal Technical Colleges in Edo State, represented by the Director, Quality Assurance Department, Osiabovo Pius. He explained that the board is putting in place infrastructure that would enable it to conduct CBT examinations in subsequent times. Moving now to Africa, where South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has arrived in Calgary for the Group of Seven summit. The G7 meeting is taking place this week at Kazakhstan in the Canadian Rockies, with lead to conduct CBT examinations in subsequent times. Moving now to Africa, where South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has arrived in Calgary, first mass deportation program in history, naming Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York as specific targets. Trump has faced legal challenges and criticism for his response to the protests, particularly his deployment of the military to quell the demonstrations. Trump said he had directed the entire administration to put every resource possible behind these efforts. He also promised to prevent anyone who undermines the domestic tranquility of the United States from entering the country. Still on the foreign scene, MI6 will be led by a woman for the first time in the Foreign Intelligence Service's 116-year history. For the first time in the Foreign Intelligence Service's 116-year history. Blaise Metrowell, who joined the Secret Intelligence Service in 1999, will become the 18th chief of the organization and take over from Sir Richard Moore later this year. She's currently responsible for technology and innovation at the service and said she was proud and honored to have been asked to lead. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Keir Starmer called the appointment historic, adding that it comes at a time when the work of UK intelligence services has never been more vital. Still to come in the news. Al Hilal renews interest in Super Eagles striker Osimhen with increased annual offer. Stay tuned for details of this and more in a moment. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll bring you the concluding part of the news this hour. In our business news, the federal government has called for deeper collaboration with the United Nations Human Settlements Program, UN Habitat, as it prepares to implement the newly approved National Urban Development Policy. According to a news, the federal government has called for deeper collaboration with the United Nations Human Settlements Program, UN Habitat, as it prepares to implement the newly approved National Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, called for deeper collaboration and implementation support from UN Habitat as Nigeria enters a crucial phase in operationalizing its newly reviewed National Urban Development Policy. Dangiwa lauded the agency for its technical support in the review process of the policy and appealed for sustained partnership as Nigeria transitions from policy formulation to implementation. The newly approved National Urban Development Policy, passed last week by the Federal Executive Council, is designed to serve as a strategic framework for guiding Nigeria's urban growth in alignment with international standards. Still in business, Dangote Petroleum Refinery has announced the free distribution of petrol and diesel to marketers, dealers, and other large users across the country. In a statement, the Lagos based refinery said the initiative would commence on the 15th day of August 2025. The refinery also said it has procured 4,000 brand new compressed natural gas powered tankers for takeoff of the initiative, adding that it has also invested in compressed natural gas CNG stations, commonly referred to as daughter booster stations, supported by a fleet of over 100 CNG tankers across the country to ensure seamless product distribution. Meanwhile, the strategic program is part of Dangote Refinery's broader commitment to eliminating logistics cost, enhancing energy efficiency, promoting sustainability, and supporting Nigeria's economic development. In health, eye specialists have given reasons why babies can be born with cataracts or develop the condition. The ophthalmologist's broader commitment to eliminating logistics cost, enhancing energy efficiency, promoting sustainability, and supporting Nigeria's economic development. In health, eye specialists have given reasons why babies can be born with cataracts or develop the condition. The ophthalmologist said pregnant women with uncontrolled diabetes and other metabolic diseases may give birth to babies with cataracts, though there were other causes of congenital cataracts in birth to babies with cataracts, though the child with cataracts, while advising teenage girls to go for rubella vaccination. They noted that cataracts in children could either be acquired by birth or after birth, warning that an injury to the eye could cause cataracts in children. Move down to sports where Al Hilal have increased their offer in a desperate attempt to sign Napoli striker Victor Osimhen this summer. According to newsmen, the Saudi Pro League side has tabled a contract offer worth up to 50 million euros per year without bonuses in a bid to tempt the 26-year-old. Recall that Al Hilal already offered to pay Osimhen 30 million euros per year after they activated his 75 million euros release clause, but he rejected the offer. Meanwhile, reports say their interest in the Super Eagles striker remains strong and that they will do whatever it takes to sign him. Still in sport, at least four teams have qualified for the quarterfinals of the ongoing European Under 21 Championships that can affect the eyes of their babies when they're born. Besides diabetes in pregnancy, the ophthalmologist also disclosed that certain infections in pregnancy, like rubella, can lead to a woman giving birth to a child under 21 group stage fixtures. Germany and Denmark became the countries to advance to the last eight stage after recording victories against Czechia and Netherlands, respectively. Germany defeated Czechia 4-2, while Denmark won 2-1 against the Netherlands. The remaining four teams to join the final stage will take place on the 21st and 22nd of June, and only four teams will advance to the semi-finals. On entertainment news, Nigerian singer and technical advisor to the governor of Benue State on entertainment and community outreach, Innocent Idibia, popularly known as Two-Face, has described the ongoing killings in parts of the state as a national emergency. Idibia expressed deep sorrow over the persistent violence, lamenting that the attacks continue to recur without any lasting. And that's all we have on the news at this hour. Do well to post on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. This has been Spectrum Television News at 12. I am Uyai Mem. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon. I told you I was stone. Good afternoon.